I love you. I love you. Do you love me? All we need is love. Yeah, we'll deal with the other stuff later. I just want to be with you forever and ever and ever. What's going on, guys? Your boy RedpillCanuck back again with another YouTube video. Shout out to the Canuck Squad for being involved and being active on this YouTube channel. And of course, today's episode is sponsored by good old RedpillCanuck.com. That's right, www.RedpillCanuck.com, our daily pill, where we get all our news articles, podcasts, financial news, and all that fun stuff. And we have a new section which has to do with our new weekly series we are starting today called Dear RPC. So this is going to be our weekly episode where you guys write in for advice and we give you our take based on our opinion. So spoiler alert, disclaimer, we are not professionals at any sort. This is for entertainment purposes only. And yeah, so this is for fun, guys. So whatever advice I give y'all, take it with a grain of salt. This is basically advice that I would give any of my friends if they were to ask me for advice. So again, for entertainment purposes only. And if you're listening on our alternative platform, shout out to everybody on good old Spotify and shout out to everybody on good old Apple Podcasts. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to you. And if you're on those platforms, make sure you visit my YouTube channel, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button on the way in. So, of course, today's episode is of Dear RPC. We are going to this individual who her husband will not give her a baby, so she decided to go with someone else. So let us get into today's letter, entry, as we call it. My hubby won't give me a baby, so I will go with someone else who will. Let's start off with the letter. Dear RPC, I am quite determined to have a child, but my husband and I are not on the same page. He is constantly making excuses. This leads me to my dilemma. I have a colleague at work. Oh boy, I know where this is going. Right off the bat, I know where this is going. I have a colleague at work who has also been longing to have a child of his own. I'm 31 and my husband is 37, so of course he's an older gentleman. I can't understand what he is waiting for. We both have our own home, have an excellent relationship, and are secure in our jobs. So they have good jobs and whatnot. We are even making good money in order to support the child if we had one. We have a great home life, but are looking at our situation. It seems that a little one is missing to make our household complete. I've been patiently waiting, but every time I decide to bring up the topic, he either diverts the conversation or avoids it altogether. We argued several times, and he always tells me we will discuss it later, but that later never comes. I'm starting to think that we're on completely different paths on this topic. Recently, I've been speaking to the guy at work who is a bit older. Oh boy. So it looks like there's another bull in the ring. He is quite mature, which is something I always been attracted to. Oh no. Ay, ay, ay. I would be lying if I said I didn't find him attractive. Yep, there's definitely another bull in the ring. He keeps on talking to me how he dreams of a house full of little feet running around. It made me realize that it is the life I want. Don't get me wrong, I love my husband, but his idea of a typical household is not what I see. This issue is driving a wedge between us. I don't want to leave him, but I do want a family of my own. What should I do? Sincerely, Jennifer L. Wow. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is not uncommon. This happens quite a lot in relationships. And it looks like there's another bull in the ring. So that makes things a little bit more confusing. So there's a few things that we have to kind of dissect here. So first of all, there is a little bit of an age gap, but it's not too drastic. Yes, the man is a little bit older. He's 37. So he's probably thinking that, you know what, maybe I'm a little bit too old to have a kid. It could be that. Maybe it has to do with his age. Or maybe he feels that he's not in the right situation in life. A lot of people, when they have the idea of dealing with kids, they want to make sure they're financially secure. Now, further down the letter here, it does say that we both own our home and have an excellent relationship. Okay, that's important. And are secure in our jobs. So being secure in your job doesn't necessarily mean you're financially secure. So that's a little bit kind of it's kind of a little of a blurred line there for me. Securing your job means you're basically, you've been there for a long time, so you do have a certain reputation, so you feel secure. But then again, if you look, this is 2022. Is anybody really secure in their job nowadays? No, because they're laying off left and right. So maybe the husband is kind of thinking of that. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to give a fair assessment without speaking to the husband, because I'm only hearing it on the side of the wife here, Jennifer. Like, to be fair, that could be one of the reasons why. It could be financial. Maybe he just doesn't want to have a kid. But the thing is, though, and I do have a question, because obviously they've been married for. It seems they've been married for a bit. When you guys got married, and of course it's a rhetorical question, was there discussion of children before the fact? That's another thing that a lot of couples should actually have before they decide to get married. Because a lot of people just say, okay, you know what? Oh, you know what? I love you. I love you. Do you love me? All we need is love. Yeah, we'll deal with the other stuff later. I just want to be with you forever and ever and ever. Yeah, ever don't exist no more. Let's be real. But pertaining to this question, what should you do? I really think you should sit down with your husband. And hubby, if you are listening, I would sit down with your wife and have an honest conversation. Avoidance is never a good thing, because it only leads to this here. Because obviously Jennifer is getting fed up, and of course there's another bull in the ring. This seems honestly like a textbook monkey branch. Now, if you guys don't know what monkey branching is, just think of the animal kingdom with monkeys. When monkeys go over to another branch, they're branching over to another tree, which basically the tree signifying opportunity. Another life, we could actually say. So it could be she might be monkey branching over this other guy, thinking that her life will be better. But it does also say here she doesn't want to leave her husband. So, Jennifer, you're going to have to decide what you want to do. Like, is having a kid really that important to you? Like, I hate to make you choose between having a kid and having a relationship. So that's something you guys are really going to have to discuss. It is hard to actually give advice, honestly, when I'm only hearing one side of the story. So obviously you do love this guy, because you did mention here that you don't want to leave him, but it is driving a wedge. So what I would do is I would have to evaluate, or you would have to evaluate what is causing the husband to avoid the conversation, first of all, and is there a reason why you don't want to have kids? That honestly, that's my best assessment I can give to you. But branching over to somebody else, no, that's a big L. That's a big L. Big L. Because if you go over to this other individual, the grass always seems greener on the other side, does it? You may be going over to your work colleague. Things may seem great. Things may seem awesome because you're able to have that child that you want. But who knows what skeletons he might have in his closet? Who knows if he's going to treat you the way your husband treats you? Because obviously your husband and you have a history. Who knows if he's going to care about you the same? There's a lot of unanswered questions on the other side. And is it worth putting all your cards and all your chips in just to have a kid? To be fair, a lot of people are not having kids nowadays. And there's a lot of factors. Financial, the overall outcome of the way society is going. Some people don't feel comfortable about that. So again, I would see what your husband's reservations are about having a kid, and I would go from there. So hopefully that kind of helps out. But again, monkey branching over to this other individual, our quote unquote colleague, nah, that's a big L. And it kind of makes me wonder as well, is there something going on between you and this other colleague that you're not mentioning? That's another thing. Because just because somebody feels the same way you do, and you actually did say, I wouldn't lie if I said I didn't find him attractive. So there's obviously some chemistry there as well. So, Jennifer, you have a lot of homework to do. But I hope this helped. Yeah. But again, of course, our disclaimer, this is for our entertainment purposes only. So whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt. And I would give the same exact advice I'm giving to you all that I would be giving to my friends. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode of Dear RPC. If you want to write in, of course, it is going to be on our website. And we did change the names for the protection of the actual individual. So for confidentiality's sake. But if you do want to write in, description box below. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Later. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like button. And to check out our more recent uploads, check here on the top left. And to check out our playlist, check here on the top right. And make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And also check out our Quick Hits channel, which is also located down below for our more bite-sizable content. I'll see you guys in the next one.